Right, this final video, I don't think it's going to be too long, but I don't think it's going to be too short. I don't know. But what I would like to talk about is something that's dear to my heart, and that is basically radio. Because not a lot of people know, although they will do now, because I'm going to explain them a little bit, is that I do radio. I do it on a voluntary basis, so I'm not technically getting paid for my services, but I basically do a radio show. And this is what I'm going to promote to you all. Now, I'm not going to say that everybody who watches this will actually listen to my radio show, but possibly they might do. It is basically a soul music radio show. I host it on a radio station called Peterborough FM. It's www.peterborough.fm. I will post the link down on my video basically once it's uploaded, so you can go to it basically. And my show is on every Saturday from 6 until 8 p.m. So if you're out and about and you want to be able to listen to a radio station on a Saturday night, then tune into my radio show. I basically play 2 hours of soul music across the board. Now, to give you a little bit of an idea of what it is, it's not just any old soul music. It is absolutely every soul music that I can possibly think of that I consider to be soul music. Hang on a minute. My TV is going on standby for about sort of an hour anyway. But that's what it basically is. I do a soul show which plays all kinds of soul music. The first hour is simply mixed soul music, which could be anything from funk, disco, southern soul, general soul. It might be modern soul. It might have the odd northern soul, but not many of them. The odd northern soul track might creep in, and various things. And that comes from, say, 1950s right to current music. I do that, and I don't have a set routine of whether I have little segments. It just is songs come directly how I do it. You know, I don't play the same artist more than once in so long. So if I play James Brown on one week, I don't play him again for say another 15, 20 odd weeks again. And there are and it's just a random selection of songs. You know, they could be number one hits, or they could be album tracks, or whatever. It's not having little segments. So you might hear a record from 1988 by Misha Paris, and then all of a sudden it goes straight into something from 1960, and that could be an album track by, say, the Drifters. And yet I've just played Misha Paris with one of her biggest hits. It's something that I do. I don't necessarily have, you know, and then I might end up playing something from the 70s, like a funky record or whatever. It's all that wide mix of music. Then I do the 30 minutes of Northern Soul music, and I play 10 songs representing Northern Soul, possibly a little bit of Modern Soul in that one, but anything that's connected to Northern Soul, I do that. And I mentioned a couple of events every week, roughly 2 events a week, which is based on predominantly mostly Northern Soul music. So if there's any events happening in the local area that you want me to talk about, I will do that on the air. And then I basically play 30 minutes of Motown music, connected to Motown music. And the Motown segment obviously is a little bit harder for me to compile, but it's a good challenge for me to compile it. And again, they work in the same way. 10 songs on Motown. They could be number one hits, or they could be album tracks, rare songs basically. So that's what I do, and I really thoroughly enjoy it, working for Peterborough FM. I have done radio shows before that have been other shows. I did do a country music show before, and I did a music machine show, but it would be nice to do a few other shows. But I basically do this because I enjoy getting the experience out of working a radio show and things like that, and hopefully in time it'll make me hopefully I'll be able to go to a bigger radio station and get paid for doing what I love to do, because that's what my ultimate goal is. But at the moment I'm happy to be doing this voluntary work and this radio show, so I thought I would do a video so I can talk about my radio show, and basically hopefully people out there might actually say, oh, I'm going to check that out. And remember, if you listen to my radio show, then tell all your friends and family, because once they know about it, and if they like soul music, they might tune in, and hopefully they'll keep tuned in. I do have podcasts. I've always said this to everybody, that I have podcasts up after the show, so There's no reason why people should miss my radio show, because they might not be able to tune in technically on the day that I do the radio show, but what they certainly can do, they can tune in later on in the week, because I have a podcast up every week, and they get replaced every week by the newest program. So there'll always be about 3 or 4 programs up of my show, and then after that, basically they get replaced all the time, so that the newer shows are put up. So yeah, there's no excuse for not missing my show, and it's worth checking it out. And there are other good shows on People FM too, so maybe I might create a video and talk about some of them. But apart from that, for now, it's my radio show that I'm talking about, and I hope that I will get a few more listeners to tune into it. But other than that, I will speak to you all later. I've got some more videos to upload and videos to do very soon, so keep watching, and bye for now.